Hey, what's going on, everyone? Vega here for SerpentX Tech, and welcome back to another episode of Caffeine and Crypto. This time, however, it is not live. It is pre-recorded as we have some things that are going on personal-wise that we will talk about towards the end of the video. But right now, at time of filming, Bitcoin's still sitting at 103K, basically 103.6K. It's really range bound. It's really just sitting in this tight range. We got Ethereum sitting underneath 2600 at 2564 right now. Hype up to 27.5, which is actually up 6.86%. Some of the altcoins rising, but a lot of the altcoins, as you can see here, in red, including Pi. But Dogecoin up 0.53 at 22 cents, sitting pretty good right now. A lot of these script miners are looking pretty good or consistent, right, throughout the entire range. Sol is down. If I move out of your way, Sol is down from 175 to 169. But it was looking pretty promising earlier this week. ADA at 76 cents, DOT at $4.78, and so on. Sorry, I didn't click off of me. Litecoin underneath $100, but everything is range bound and dependent on Bitcoin. If we look at the charts real quick, we started off this week where Bitcoin basically almost made a high of 106K. It fell a little bit short of that, 105.8K. Hit a low on that same day of around 100,000. And we're just range bound, right? We're just bouncing around day in, day out as far as the middle of May. Above the key level that I was concerned about, and now we're just in this tight range. And it's unfortunate, but it's expected, right? So we're only in this range for the past week. Either dropping 4.6% or moving up 2%. So we're very much consolidating right now. We're just chilling out. It's good news, right? Because what I personally like is I like to see our cryptocurrencies not just make a straight up pull to the moon, because usually the impact or the fall is just that much greater. So a nice run up, consolidate, chop sideways for a week or two, and then push up. I still think that May is going to be a beautiful green month. And we'll see what June and July as we lead into the future turns out to be. But I will say, overall Bitcoin news, I'm not going to read everything to you because I just wanted to keep this video short. Usually I invite you to bring your cup of coffee, energy drink, or whatever to join me as I also drink some coffee, but it's actually the end of the workday, and I just wanted to get this video out for you in preparation for Saturday's Caffeine and Crypto. But right now, as this article from Crypto News says, Bitcoin's price remains range-bound, hinting towards a slow weekend. So we could have a slow weekend, continue to chop sideways, and consolidate this upcoming weekend. People are still very much bullish. You can see a title here from Cointelegraph saying Bitcoin hitting 220K. Reasonable, right? More of a question in 2025, says gold-based forecast, as in, looking at the history of, like, say, for example, gold or whatever, the market cap, volume, all that stuff. Could Bitcoin hit 220K by the end of the year? I'm still sticking around the 125, 135-ish range. We're only at 103 right now. So for Bitcoin, if we zoom out real quick, for Bitcoin to climb up to the 125K target that I have, it is not that big of a jump. To hit just the lower end of 125K would only be a 20% pump, right? And we can do that over the next 3-4 months. We could probably even do that over a week. So Bitcoin can break out, but it can also retrace. And again, a healthy retracement, a healthy selling down, range bound, chop sideways. This is all healthy measurements or healthy indicators of a good market, a market that is here to sustain and to thrive throughout time. So play the long game, dollar cost average. Don't bet the farm. Not financial advice, but just accumulate what you can. Right? Do what you need to, what's best for you, especially the viewers of this channel who we're just the regular folks, miners, participators, network securers, transaction validators. We just help participate and help out the ecosystem, the wonderful world of blockchain. Is Bitcoin super cycle imminent? A lot of people are saying yes, according to Bitcoin Magazine. We also got some other articles, again, saying the same thing. Bitcoin supply crunch boosts confidence and 200K target for 2025. So now the target has moved up, right? To get up 20% to 125K, my target, that's easily doable, again, within a week, within of the next few months. Now people are setting their eye on 200K. right? So what do you think? Again, while this is a premiere video and not live like we normally do, I do want to hear from you. Please sound off in the comment section or the live chat. I probably will be watching along with you. Do you think that Bitcoin, with these new targets, is going to hit that 200K price target this year by the end of 2025? Could we have a 200K Bitcoin? Please let me know. Sound off. But you can see that multiple articles are saying the same thing, and still people are just continuing to run into Bitcoin, right? From whiskey to orthopedic care, two more companies race to hoard Bitcoin, right? More companies, more banks, more institutions continue to add Bitcoin to their balance sheet, and it just continues to grow, adding more legitimacy to Bitcoin and the overall cryptocurrency market. Not every single asset is going to be added to their portfolio, but Bitcoin certainly is. And they talk about the various companies that are, making these transitions and changing their mindset, right? So Heritage Distilling Holding Company revealed it would begin accepting Bitcoin payments in Bitcoin and Doge, and has received cryptocurrency earmarked for the retention for its treasury. And then we have another one here. The day after Heritage's announcement, Basel Medical Group, right, a Singapore-based company specialized in orthopedic and trauma care, disclosed plans to allocate $1 billion towards targeted Bitcoin acquisitions. So companies, banks, institutions, big guys, small guys, all just adding Bitcoin to their balance sheet, and expanding that mainstream, bringing Bitcoin further into mainstream, but also legitimizing it even further. This article talking about is a Bitcoin supercycle imminent is an opinion piece on Bitcoin Magazine, actually one of my favorite magazines. But they're just throwing some charts together and seeing how things will come out, right? Bitcoin is now reestablishing its correlation to the previous cycles, right? We might have been a little bit off over the past few months or the earlier part of 2025, but everything is on track according to charts, according to what we are looking at. And very much so, it's looking good, right? And even compared here 2021, 2017, 2013, previous bull cycles, or the time prior to, super cycles, right? And they're saying that we're on track for another Bitcoin super cycle, providing supporting evidence and stuff like that. So another great indicator. However, again, a lot of people just like to see the price go up, but that doesn't always happen. And so they lose interest, and here we are. So I would just stay the course. Again, not overextending yourself, not, using the money that you had for your mortgage or your car to buy more Bitcoin. But if you can slowly accumulate $10 here, $20 there, whatever, just build for the long term, right? And it's okay to diversify yourself. Like, I have a 401k, I have real estate, my cars are paid off, I'm doing everything in my power to minimize debt. I need to do better personally. That's on me. But I'm just sharing this so that way you can relate. But I'm trying to diversify myself as much as I can. Gold, real estate, paying off cars, paying down debt, Bitcoin, altcoins, just trying to be diversified, not relying on my Social Security. If my 401k disappears tomorrow, am I still okay after the age of 62, 65, to where if I retire, I can still support me and the missus, right? Because I plan the boys to be gone. Matter of fact, they should be gone in the next 5 years, in my personal opinion, because they're grown. But can I sustain me and take care of me and the missus? If I'm leaving this world, can I take care of me? Those are the things that I think about. You might have different priorities, and I just want you to prepare for that in the long term. Of course, on the altcoin news, there's been a lot of XRP news this past week. I think we had a judge that rejected $50 million settlement deal over XRP case. That was one that was kind of flowing throughout. Judge Annalisa Torres rejected a proposal of $50 million settlement, saying that the joint request was filed improperly and lacking required legal justification. But we do have analysts explaining how XRP, or trying to basically say how XRP can 50x, right? Surging. Can you imagine XRP becoming a $120-something asset? That would be astronomical. That would be absolutely crazy. Right now, currently, obviously, XRP is at $2.39 at time of filming. We could see here, if I go back to auto, we could see some of the highs and some of the lows. So, XRP lifetime. Let's go back to the month, you know, the all-time high was $3.40 basically. The all-time low, at least when this chart started, was around 12 cents. Can you imagine if you got XRP at 12 cents and now XRP is a freaking $100 plus dollar asset? I mean, that is astronomical. Look how far I'm having to zoom if I get out of your way here. And let's look at the chart, right? So that basically looks like a flat line, but it's not. But let's say XRP from its $2 and some change range, jumping all the way up to $125. That's a 4,500%, almost 4,600% increase in price. That is ridiculous. But I do know a lot of people who are very bullish on XRP. I'm personally not. It's nothing against XRP and what they're trying to do. It's not my cup of tea. And every cryptocurrency, you know, they have their avid supporters, they have their hardliners, they have the shillers, and then they have their skeptics or people that just don't like it. I'm not either one of those. I have a small bag. I'm just not into it like everybody else is. But a few of my colleagues and friends who are in XRP, if XRP did become $120 plus, congratulations to you. That's going to look pretty well in your balance sheet and help you out. And I know help out my boy and his family and a couple of my friends. Trump crypto project pushes back on Senate inquiry. There's, of course, a Bloomberg article, but I'm not going to be able to access it. But yeah, basically they're pushing back on the World Liberty Financial, the crypto project, because there was an inquiry or a Senate inquiry into it, right? Because he got the plane, and then he made a decent amount of money off of crypto. They're asking questions, yada, yada, yada. I completely understand why they want the inquiry, and I understand why Trump wouldn't let it. I'm not going to argue politics. I'm just saying that's the news, obviously, this past week as well. And Trump is in crypto, right? He's pro-crypto. We got a lot of pro-crypto people. There's still things and battles going on within the Senate, the House, between pro-crypto personnel and people who are against crypto. And there's still fights to be fought, obviously responsibly, legitimately, legally, and on, you know, within the confines of morality. But it's going to take time to, you know, squash those out and resolve it. So hopefully crypto and the people that are in the right positions can help move things forward and get some true guidance, legislation, and rules put in place so that way we can let the crypto economy and blockchain as a whole thrive in the United States, because I think it would just be a huge benefit for us as a whole instead of pushing everybody away. Crypto, Bitcoin news, mining stock soar as OpenAI CoreWeave deal. Let's take a quick look at this, and then I will let you guys go. Real quick reminder, the 30K giveaway is still ongoing. You got 15 days left at time of recording. By tomorrow, by the time you're watching this, 14 days left. Make sure you click the link in the description and go enter that giveaway so that way you got a chance at winning some BitAxes, a crypto tracker, 2 cointracking.info licenses, yeah, just enter. It doesn't cost you anything. Appreciate the likes, appreciate the subscribes, and make sure you share this out. So I'm not going to create an account, but this is CoinDesk. Why is CoinDesk wanting me? Oh, I reached my monthly limit. That's weird. Crypto miners soar as OpenAI CoreWeave deal. Galaxy jumps in NASDAQ debut. It's just showing Sam Altman. But I'm guessing that, let's see if we can't look this up. All right, so I found it. What it was is CoreWeave previously said that it signed an expansion deal with an unnamed company, right, earlier. But then finally, it found out, you know, a day later, CoreWeave said in a regulatory filing that OpenAI has committed to pay through April 2029. So OpenAI and CoreWeave have joined on a 5-year contract worth $11.9 billion in place, under which the New Jersey-based firm provides the ChatGPT maker cloud computing capacity, right? So the GPUs, the servers, the farms, hopefully they're using Octa servers. I know those guys would like to have that great deal where they got a bunch of 4090s, 5090s, whatever it is, hashing away, helping out ChatGPT, and obviously, you know, great server capacity, whether it's Gigabyte, Supermicro, whatever it is a big deal. That's going to be for the Northeast firm in New Jersey. So yeah, some people are interested in that. Of course, a lot of the miners and much of the news is going to be related to AI and compute workloads more than GPU mining, because GPU mining profitability is just not it right now. And if we go to hashrate.no and just say that we got a system with, you know, a bunch of 4060s, let's just say 4060s for right now, 12 of them, calculate 15 cents per kilowatt hour, right? The top coin right now is Cubic. You're making $4 a day, but only $1.21 in profit. Cryptex, you're making negative 27 cents a day at 15 cents per kilowatt hour. Hootset, QAI or Qual, Argo, everything is negative except for Cubic, right? Cubic is sort of coming back. What's funny about that is I lost my wallet. I didn't lose my wallet, but I think there was an update and now I can't access the wallet, which is completely fine. I really don't care, but because it wasn't much at all. But yeah, so GPU mining is not as profitable. That's why you have projects like Salad or the business deal with the ChatGPT or OpenAI and ChatGPT to get some of that, you know, money for providing compute capability. So projects that allow you to lease out your hardware to get paid for your compute capability are the projects that are more dominant right now and what miners are turning to if they haven't sold all their hardware just yet. But you let me know what your thoughts are. I'm still going to keep my GPUs, not all of them. I'm going to sell one rig still. That's still in the plan. Just trying to downsize, save electricity as much as I can. Keep one mixed rig, AMD rig, and one mixed Nvidia rig that I swap out and update every once in a while. But everybody has adjusted, just like that video, that collab project, which if I've done it and you haven't seen it, check it out. It's got a lot of the various different content creators, not every single one out there of the miners, and they talk about how they have adjusted through the mining conditions of 2025. And I'm hoping that the alt season, as Bitcoin continues to push up later this year, that we have an alt season that follows that really help GPU mining profitability come back on, and people, regardless of the amount of electricity that they're spending or cost per kilowatt hour, they turn those rigs back on and they're good to go. Of course, more blah, blah, blah. Qatar gave Trump a jet. Concerns about Trump making money, about, with the crypto he has, yada, 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 whatever. The positive thing is, even though we're chopping sideways, and I'll leave you with this, even though we're chopping sideways, right, when Bitcoin got to this plateau here, whatever you want to call it, you could see that some of the altcoins started to push up. So while Bitcoin was leveling off, altcoins were pushing up. Yes, they pulled back or they curved a little bit downwards, right? Even Litecoin. When Bitcoin takes that next leg up, we'll see altcoins rise, and hopefully we continue to reap the benefits for those who have hung on to some of these altcoins and different assets over the years and time. So looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to how 2025 plays out. It looks like May, if we zoom out to the monthly, is going to, like I said, still be a nice green month. We might have a red June, but I wouldn't be too concerned about that. We might have a really great green June. Usually we get 2 to 3 green monthly candles and then have a couple red or one red. But you can see in the past here during super cycles, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green there. And then here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I think even way back here in 2017, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one's kind of sorta, but we won't count it. 6, 7, 8. And then if we went back even further in time, you would see, the tail end of 2013 when I actually got into crypto as a whole, had a nice little run up as well. But you let me know your thoughts. What do you think about Bitcoin hitting 200K by the end of 2025? Does that sound reasonable for you? Is that too far-fetched? You don't think it will happen? You do think it happens? Sound off in the comments down below. Hopefully we do have that super cycle as indicators pan out. And do you think XRP can hit that $120 something target that everybody, or a few articles and some avid XRP enthusiasts are calling for? Let me know down in the comment section below. Don't forget to check the link to the 30K giveaway. And now time for that personal update. So if you already made it to this part of the video, thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure to hit that like button, get subscribed, check out links in the description to help support the channel and what we do here. But for my avid viewers and supporters that want to stay by for a little bit longer, I want to talk to you about the update. The reason I am not live is I am taking Papa Serpent to the cancer center right now while you're watching this. We got to get preparation for the transplant. So this week is that preparation. And then the following week, or the first 2 weeks in June, again, is going to be the actual transplant time. His immune system is going to be shot, and he's going to need to be quarantined in a sterile environment and be very careful around the people that surround him. So a lot of stuff is going on, doing my best to help Papa Serpent and Mama Serpent. And not to mention, next Saturday I may not be live either because, well, congratulations to Joseph, right? My second oldest, who will be graduating high school. I wish he would go straight to college after high school, but he decided to take a year off. And let me tell you, that did not sit well for Mom. So we're still managing, taking care of the family. You know, my household is my household and my responsibility. I'm still doing the best I can. Your support, your like, and your subscribes help with that. Joining the channel helps with that, and I greatly appreciate it, while still trying to maintain Mama and Papa Serpent's household and help out wherever we can, where it's small things, whether it's the yard or cleaning up or helping pay off something, whatever it is. We're doing everything within our power, and I greatly appreciate all your support. We all got problems. We all got issues. Our families can be dysfunctional. Some families can be really great but still need help, and you guys have been a tremendous help. So keep doing what you're doing. Again, if you do want any of the pieces of hardware that's posted on the YouTube channel, right? So community post. I am selling 11 GPUs and an Octominer server. The money will be used for bills and helping out, but then you guys get the GPU, or if you need it. Now, if you don't need it, don't get it. If you're broke, don't overextend yourself trying to help me. But that is available for sale. I got a Steam Deck for sale as well. It's the OG one, pre-OLED, but just doing what I can within the confines of what the hand that I was dealt. So thank you so much for all your support. You all have yourself a great weekend. Sorry I can't take you all the way to Red Panda's Mining's live stream. Maybe one of my colleagues will be live streaming during my 11 o'clock slot. I haven't confirmed that yet. I'm going to offer that right now as soon as I get done. But yeah, this week's Caffeine and Crypto was not like it normally is, and I apologize for that. Next week won't as well, and again, I apologize for that. But thank you for your patience. Hang in there. Keep stacking them sats. Keep hashing away. Good luck to you. Much love, respect, and you just have yourself a wonderful day, all right? Take care. I'll catch you next one.